find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to lose.
Hey guys, welcome to Champion Spring. I'm DoA, that's PapaSmithy. Monte Cristo has been missing for days. We have no idea where he is. Could have been abducted by aliens. That's our primary guess anyway. But if you see him, he answers to the name Monty, Minty, Christopher, but not Chris. He hates Chris. Don't do that. But if you see him, let us know. Meanwhile, we'll be holding it down here at Champion Spring.
Throwing it down, and as you can see on the screen, some Valentine's Day celebrations.
And it's apparently some rock, paper, scissors to win some candy. So here's the deal with Valentine's Day here in Korea, guys, is that there's two different days, all right? On Valentine's Day, that's the day when the girl gets the guy a gift.
Really?
I like Korean Valentine's Day. But in March, on March 14th, they have what's called White Day, which is where the guy buys the girl a gift, which I suppose is fair. Yeah, we will see. I mean, flawless and saucing. When you combine those two, you get flossin'.
I like it.
Which is good. Everyone should do that. Keeps your teeth nice and clean, you know? Got to get in there. Good. Uh-oh. Whoa. Close one. That flawless thinking better of that.
That's so flawless.
He was thinking about going for an insect there, but didn't follow through.
Well, he still makes it happen on the Lee Sin, so
oh yeah,
makes you smile. There he is on your screen, looking very serious. Looking again, though.
Wow, gets the flash from Captain Jack that time. I kind of feel bad for Quinn's bird, for Valor, because he has to do all the work. You know, he carries Quinn around, she throws him at people, and he has to like poke them or something with his beak and then fly away. It's a hard life.
On the one hand, though, it's nice that Valor actually gets to see play on the Rift, actually gets to strut his stuff as a bird, because previously just never saw that bird, ever.
Yeah, well, we saw Nivea.
That's true, but definitely no, definitely no Quinn and Valor.
No. Quinn's just a Nivea poser, right? Just a smaller, less frozen Nivea.
I don't track the lore closely. Could you confirm that, Doa?
No. No, I can't. Well, Nivea is supposed to be some sort of like almost deific figure, I believe. Whereas Quinn's just a bird. Maybe a smart bird. Maybe the kind of bird that can do like simple math problems. You know, you like tap your beak on the thing once for yes, twice for no. But can't make ice walls.
No deity.
Not quite. Spenu on the run. Jack just doing a little bit of damage on that Ezreal.
Oh.
Man, how would you make a skin that just has a constant plane droning sound?
Oh, awkward actually off screen. Longzhu really mess up taking the Krug. It actually resets so they don't pick up any experience coming into lane.
Oh, that's really rough. That sign, I think, was making a joke about Cloud Templar being old, but I'm not 100% sure. He's not that old either.
It's like Cloud Templar's the butt of many jokes. It's about how much money he makes, how old he is.
Balling out of control here in Korea.
I mean, his salary sounds pretty impressive when what I read on Reddit was true.
Yeah.
Spoilers, it's not.
Yeah, not bad.
It's one of those questions where questions were posed by Longzhu 15 minutes ago, and it's like that kid that raised his hand in class too late. He's finally got the answer, but the game might already be over.
That's right. He's already been demoted to a lower grade.
Oh.
Or no, he'll have to repeat
That's
the one he's
harsh.
in.
Do they still do that in America?
Repeat.
Repeating grades?
I don't know. I haven't been in school in a long time, PapaSmithy.
No, Doa? Oh, I thought you were still a young man.
I am, but you don't really go to school for that much of your life, all things considered. But you should never stop learning. Yep, Baron going down very slowly. The rest of Longzhu is there. Chaser looking to go in and steal.
It is an interesting match. Evenly matched teams at the bottom side of the table, as we still have Valentine's Day celebrations today. Of course, Valentine's Day tomorrow, Sunday.
That dude doesn't want to share his chocolate with our buff girl.
Awkward.
See, she's buff girl. It says so on the signs.
Awkward
She's the one.
interactions,
She
huh?
gets the crowd hyped before every match. If the matches weren't hype enough, buff girl takes care of the rest, man. Yeah, well, the early game doesn't really matter, but when we get team fighting, we're going to wreck them.
And look, these are the key champions for these two players. What's not represented there? It shows you 4-2 Kalista. That's a good win rate for Sang-yoon.
Sure.
His win rate on every champion except for Kalista is 0. He has not won a game on any champion other than Kalista this season.
That's not good. That's not a good stat for him, is it?
No, it's not a good look.
You ban Kalista against Sang-yoon, you ban Ezreal against Kramer, and then we see what these guys have.
Then we get a 50-minute epic, DoA.
No. No. CJ just doesn't really, they just don't get ahead in the early game.
Nope.
When they win, it's from good team fighting. A lot of time on the back of Mad Life. It's from picks being made, again, by Mad Life. It's from winning team fights by Mad Life saving people. It's really just Mad Life. If Mad Life has a good game, CJ has a much, much better chance to win it.
Well, if the CJ Entus League of Legends team was a sitcom, it would say starring Mad Life and Kramer, and then it would be like also and the other members of the team. They would not get star billing because they are not stars, DoA. There's 2 stars, mostly Mad Life, and Kramer doing his damnedest to help out.
I would totally watch Everybody Loves Mad Life. I think it's true.
Who are the annoying parents, though, in that version?
Probably On Air and Space, I think. Yeah, or maybe Woong. Probably On Air and Woong. We'll bring him back.
Bring him back.
Yeah. Cloud Templar would be like the maybe the kind of the older brother that left a little bit too early, but still kind of lives with the parents.
Regular in the first season, and then just left at some point to be his own starring vehicle.
Yeah, that's right. And bubbling.
This is Lyra missing the spear to get first blood, and then getting owned from it. That should definitely have been.
Look at this. Somebody needs saving. Mad Life is there.
Oh, look at this. Look at
I love it.
Camera angle. Love it.
Sick. He's like, don't worry, I did this with ambition a lot. Mad Life decides who lives and who dies.
At least we learned that taking away some of his hair is not Samson-esque. He does actually still keep his power.
Mad Life and I both wear Ray-Bans. We are just that cool together. It's just another connection I have to one of the greatest sport players of all time.
Not an official sponsor of the broadcast?
No. It's just my connection to Mad Life.
Both support players, both bloodthirsty.
Both hardcore support carries. I mean, yeah, I may do my support carrying in silver, but, it's about the same.
About the same.
NA Masters. It's a lot of damage in general.
You already have Illusion as a very strong laning partner. Of course, you really get those concussive blows stacks. Concussive bros. Well, I mean, Lucian and Braum are basically concussive bros because
they are. They're always the bot lane duo, man.
Well, the passive stacks stack up the concussive blows, so
that's true.
It's very, very powerful as a laning champion.
They're a duo made to make that passive work well. I think we can call that duo the concussive bros. Well, yeah, I mean, Sky getting that first blood gold is, great. Able to come back with that second Doran's ring. Question is, where does Victor put those rings? Do they go on his robot hand, or does he actually put them on his regular hands? I'd put them on my robot hand,
Yeah. How many rings can you bear on a robot hand? Probably about 6, I guess.
Well, I mean, 5 if you have one for each finger.
I was just thinking about how many rings you could buy. It's just 6.
You can buy more than, well, I guess you can't stack rings, yeah.
Oh, you can stack rings. You just only have 6 slots, though.
That's coming. Maybe someday you'll be able to stack Doran's items.
You were actually correct the first, because of course he's got a hex core, so he can only stack 5.
Oh yeah, you're right. See, that's what I meant.
Law appropriate. Thanks, Rito.
That's what I meant. I know what having to auto attack things is like sometimes.
You know all about Victor. 5 rings maximum.
That's right.
Auto attacking. Completely on the ball.
That's right. It's the Lord of the Rings right now. He's got all of them on CJ.
You know not to talk about Lord of the Rings with me, DoA.
Yeah, I know. Guys, PapaSmithy still hasn't seen Lord of the Rings.
That's not true. I saw the first movie.
Yeah. What's it called?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, at least you got that.
Is the second one the 2 towers? Or is that the third one? I don't know.
That's the second one. Just stop. Just stop.
Third one, I don't know. I watched the first one. I got bored. I played Snake on my phone.
That is one of the saddest couple sentences I've ever heard in my life.
I know. I watched the first one. That was my mistake.
Oh. I don't know what to say, man. I mean,
look, I like
really good.
I like my fantasy Game of Thrones style. You can decide what that means.
Okay. Are you sure you want that?
Whatever it is, man.
All right.
Accept all permutations.
Okay. He's like, I don't want the blue buff after all.
Yeah, leashing, trolled out Kramer there.
Yep.
Too defensive in his positioning, but didn't have wards, so probably not the worst idea to not get blown up by someone. And, well, I think CJ's looking for 35-minute team fights.
Lee Shin kind of sounds like if Sean Connery was trying to say Lee Sin.
Lee Shin.
Lee Shin is my favorite Jungle champion. Junior, leash the blue buff for me, please.
I don't think he's ever going to make another movie. Makes me sad.
Said he didn't want to, so.
I know, but what an icon of the film industry.
No kidding.
Going out on that movie as well. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He finally found some room for aggression, and did he ever show it?
Nice block by Snowflower. That's why you picked the Braum.
Bit offside, so we'll see.
Mad Life just gonna hit the Krug with a chair.
I love that skin.
It is pretty great.
Mexican wrestling references. Definitely in my wheelhouse.
You are a big wrestling fan, aren't you?
That's true. Lapsed to some degree, but I still follow.
Have you ever dressed up like a Mexican wrestler?
No.
I can see it.
I need a luchador mask now that I think about it.
I can see you with the luchador Braum cosplay. Oh, we need to make this happen now, don't we?
Oh boy.
Gank attempt coming in onto Sky.
Literally everyone is here.
Operation Kill Sky
Ezreal's on the map,
has been aborted.
Literally only Ezreal showing from Africa. Oh, he missed that one too. Tara, please.
It's just so distracting when Lissandra's making those sounds.
The just tilt them strategy. Usually it's Cassiopeia top, but this time
Just annoy them.
it's Lissandra.
Cassiopeia top,
That's what famously tilted a certain team.
I suppose.
Who needs Cassiopeia top? Never forget.
I was there. Saw it. Saw it with my own eyes.
Did it tilt you, DoA?
No, not really. I was fine. I was entertained. You know, speaking of Mario, PapaSmithy, you told me something kind of disturbing earlier before the cast.
We're getting into this.
You told me that you thought Super Mario Bros. 2 was better than Super Mario Bros. 3.
I'm willing to have that. I'm willing to die on that particular fight.
Super Mario Bros. 2 wasn't even a true Super Mario Bros. Game, though.
But think about how many famous, iconic Mario characters debuted in Super Mario Bros. 2.
None of them.
Shy Guys.
Toad and Peach were in the first
Shy
one.
Guys were in a lot of the enemies, more so than necessarily the heroes.
I'm not too worried about that.
You got to play as Luigi. That was pretty cool.
He plays Luigi in the first one, too?
Yeah, but he doesn't jump super high. That was introduced in Super Mario Bros. 2. The floaty jump.
I suppose.
You got to play as Peach. That wasn't as exciting. So what would you rank as your top 3 Mario games of all time? In order.
In order from 1 through 3.
Oh, 3 through 1, 1 through 3, whatever.
Number 1 has to be Super Mario 64.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Super Mario World.
Okay.
And number 3 would be Super Mario Bros. 3. I think that's a great top 3.
I mean, the only one I have in common with you there is World. I'd have World as 1. 2, I'd probably have, let's think about it, maybe Galaxy.
Galaxy, really? Wow.
And then I'd say maybe Mario Bros. 2 at number 3.
Okay.
Look,
very different list.
I definitely have stars in my eyes with Mario Bros. 2. I really did love that game as a kid.
Wait, so 64 isn't even in your top 3?
No.
What is wrong with you?
Look, it piloted a genre, but I don't really want to go back and play it.
It was a industry-changing platform.
I do not disagree. Doesn't mean I want to go back and play it.
Yeah, I do. I love that game.
But man, any introduction to go back and play Super Mario Bros. World, Super Mario World, wonderful game.
Yeah, definitely. Agree with you there. That's a good game.
Being behind by about that 1,050
Ping's coming down onto Africa. That was probably not what Ixu intended to do there. Baron is going to go down, so CJ gets Baron on all 5 members. What a turnaround. Whoa! Nice block from Mad Life.
Fights as we saw the multi-man knockups. Freaka groups up for them with their squishy comp and get punished, as they should be.
Yeah. I just noticed Graves' ability shoots out what looks like an entire unfired bullet along with it. It bounces off the ground and then explodes. It's still like in the shell.
It's like a canister that if it hits a wall, instantly explodes back.
It looks like a bullet though. It's not like a canister shape. It's like a bullet shape. So maybe Graves' gun has issues where one of the bullets just kind of comes out without actually firing.
We already know that Graves' gun has issues. He's only got 2 barrels and he shoots 3 bullets.
That's true. It's a bit odd. Fragmentation bullets, perhaps?
I don't ask questions about Graves. He intimidates me with his mustache.
Yep. But not a cigar anymore.
On the Chinese client still there. LPL only gets the cigar, except at Worlds.
I suppose it's true. Of course, still unavailable today.
we have to.
I don't know what Someday is doing here, but
he's
got like a little flower thing sticking out of his head.
Maybe that's just in preparation for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
It's going to blossom into a beautiful rose, which he will then pluck and give to his lady love.
Wow, that's very elaborate for...
That's the only thing you can assume from him saving it for Valentine's Day. KT in a better position to fight this one, too. Excuse me.
It's okay.
See if they can. Thank you. It is significant. SKT might go for this Baron. They can do it really fast.
Someday
They've
doesn't
got
have
Callista.
teleport. This is a really big mistake from KT.
No
Go for the
kidding.
back door.
Well, I mean, they're going for the inhibitor. It looks like they'll get that. Faker, though, may take it on to Someday. There's a GPL coming down. Someday taking a lot of damage. There's the exhaust. Faker saves the inhibitor and gets the kill. Disaster for KT Rolster. They lose the Baron. They lose Someday for 60 seconds, and they don't get the inhibitor.
That game one was hype. Can't wait for the next one.
That's right. SK Telecom getting the 1-0 so far in this best of 3. And Someday
still waiting for that beautiful flower to bloom.
He's going to have to hope it blooms into an extra Infinity Edge or something next game. Who knows? Here comes Wolf. All right, gank time in mid lane. Yeah, they know score may be a little bit out of position. Denied. Pink ward, man.
Are you ready for Someday to get Flame Horizon by Duke?
I don't know if I'm ever ready to see Someday get Flame Horizon, man.
Well,
I still don't quite believe it.
Well, it's getting close.
Could happen. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen Someday down 100 CS on anybody. I'd say so. Still no Flame Horizon yet for Duke over Someday.
Yes. That's right up there with at least it's not a perfect game in terms of backhanded compliments.
Right. Well, I just don't want to see it.
And
They
KT,
put the
wow.
They put the period on that sentence, and at the very end of that game, the final CS count between Duke and Someday was Duke 364, Someday 263. He was Flame Horizoned by 1 CS.
Picked up that first kill.
Oh,
and from then on, Someday, where's safe exactly? Because under the turret was only marginally safer than anywhere else on the map.
Have you heard about the bird?
Seems to be the word.
Bird. Bird is a word. And I'm not talking about Anivia. I'm talking about Quinn's bird.